Gonna keep that butt rubber side down.
You alright there, ladies and gents? How's it going? Happy Christmas. And happy Channiversary to me too. This is 5 years of Hippo-Drones. So yes, for those of you that have been here since the start, thank you very much. And those of you that have joined me in the last year, thank you very much. And those of you that have gone, screw you! But yeah, happy Christmas. As you know, I don't really do Christmas if you've been following the channel a bit, but I know you guys do. So yes, let's have a drink to that. This year's been a funny one, hasn't it, really, with all the COVID restrictions and what have you. So we've not really been able to do as much as we would ideally have hoped throughout the year, but we actually got some good stuff done, and yeah, I'm quite impressed. Now, on the last Bar Bikes banter video I did, I had a lot of comments about this little booklet here, so stay tuned, you might get to see something from the book. I've just got to do something to keep the viewer retention up. But yeah, so it's been a good year. As you know, I've got 3 motorcycles. I've got the V85, the V7 and my Beta out, and I've also got a Gixxer, which I actually forgot to write down in the notes here because I've barely ridden it at all. But yeah, it's been a good year for them. With the V85, I started off fitting a Zard exhaust pipe to it. Didn't do any other mods to it really, but I did fit things like a Zumo sat-nav mount and what else did I do? Well, quad locks, and yeah, what I did do was mess around with the screen trying to get the wind noise, the dreaded wind noise that the V85 suffers with people of my short stature. And I got to the bottom of that, got a fancy screen built and all that sort of thing, but I didn't like it, so I ended up buying a Power Bronze one, which I've done plenty of videos about, and you will have seen that. But yeah, the V85 has been a fantastic bike over the year, and it's done some good stuff for me. I mean, what else have I done with it? Got Santa fluff all over my face. There's something you didn't think you'd hear me say. But yeah, fixed the windscreen noise, the turbulence and all that sort of stuff. Also took it out green laning a couple of times, which was good fun and a good experience, and certainly showed me that large motorcycles can be slightly intimidating in the lesser grippy situations, sand being the worst, especially with a bike with just a small front wheel, and a 19-inch front wheel I think it's got on it. It might be an 18, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, but we did lots of stuff with that. We took it down to the ABR rally, I say down, took it up to the ABR rally, which was brilliant fun. We went down to the New Forest, did some motor camping down there as well, and when we did the ABR rally, we also went up to Squires as well, so sort of doubled the mileage going up that way, where I split up with the guys I was riding with and I came home. But yeah, the V85 has been a cracking motorcycle over the last year. I've really enjoyed my time with it, and it's such a good looking bike. It's one of those bikes that whenever you walk away from it, you look back at it. I'm always sad to see my garage door shut down on it when I'm putting it away at night, but at least I know it's safe, tucked up in the garage. But yeah, the V85 has been great. I've really enjoyed myself with that. I've got another Moto Guzzi, as you know, the V7, and to be honest, I've not really done an awful lot with that bike this year. It's had one ride, I think, at the beginning of the year, and its MOT ran out. I was having some clutch issues, and it was just kind of in the way with it not being on the road. So recently it's moved from the garage into the house, and now it's in the house. It's all tucked up lovely, and it's going to stay there for a little while, I think. It's a cracking motorcycle. I will get it back on the road, but currently my priorities lie with the other bikes I've got in the garage, and yeah, I'd rather get more out of them than spend too much time on the V7. There's no love lost with it. It's not that I am covered in Santa's fluff. There's no love lost with the V7. I absolutely adore riding it. It hasn't been on my priority for this year with everything else that's been going on. Next year it might come back out on the road, or it might just stay in my living room. It'll certainly be cheaper to have one less bike on the road, that's for sure. Yeah, because I can lose its insurance, I guess, if it's in the house. But yeah, so the V7 hasn't really done an awful lot, but I don't mind. I don't really mind. Do I mind? I mind a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah, the V85 has been a fun bike to be riding. and yeah, then there was the Gixxer. Now I haven't written any notes about the Gixxer because I've only ridden it a handful of times. I did the track day on it at Brands Hatch, which was brilliant fun and showed me how unfit and fat I am, and might need to get some new leathers soon because my Santa Podge is definitely podgy. Yeah, it's a beautiful bike. I've got some bits up my sleeve for that, wizard sleeves, which I'm going to be sorting out over the colder months, ready for next season's start. Yeah, I've put wheels in motion for sorting those bits out, but I haven't started them yet, and it's all stuff I haven't done before, so expect some spanner videos of my ineptness with spanners while I do the bits and bobs that I want to do with that. So that should be quite good fun for next year, getting that sorted, making it a little bit more tasty on track and a bit more perky on the road as well with what I want to do. So yeah, stand by for that. The Gixxer will be in videos soon, well, in spring. And maybe some garage videos with that as well prior to that. But yeah, so the Gixxer hasn't really had a lot of use, same with the V7, but it is a work in progress, that Gixxer. Stuff will happen. So yeah, then what else we've got? We've got the Beta. The Beta has been a brilliant bike. I haven't ridden it much this end of the year yet. I do plan on getting out on that a lot more in January time onwards, once it gets really mucky and muddy out, where I don't really want to ride the road bike. I would rather go out and intentionally get mucky and muddy, and then yeah, it's all good. That's actually currently right at this very minute over at Finn's Motorcycles in Red Hill, getting a service done on it. They promised to do ACF 50 treatment on it for free if I got my bike serviced with them, so I was like, yeah, I'll have some of that, cheers mate. So yeah, that's with them. They're going to do valve checks and all that sort of stuff. It's such an easy bike to service, I could do it all myself, but because they offered the free ACF 50 treatment, I thought, yeah, why not, especially as they're going to clean it as well. So I can go and get it mucky later on in the week, hopefully. We'll have to see on that one. So there might be a video before now of me out on the Beta green laning it, because at the moment it's only halfway through December. I just need to make the most of my time off work so I can make videos for you lovely people. Yeah, so what else have we done? We've done all sorts of stuff. Events, we did Santa Pod. I met up with a subscriber, Dave, really awesome bloke, and fantastic of him to host me up at Santa Pod with his other mates who do the car drag racing as well from the VW clan, John being one of the notable of them, as well as all the others. It was fantastic to go up to Santa Pod and learn what it was all about. I've never been before, so I had an absolute blinder of a time learning about the bikes and the rules and all that sort of stuff, and them cars, they were something. I'm not a car person, but yeah, you felt special sitting in them. They were race cars. They might have only been street legal things, but they were tasty and proper fast. 700 horsepower cars these were. I mean, like, yeah. Yeah, not very practical on the road, but still a right hoot. And on the 10-second quarter-mile strip, they were absolutely phenomenal stuff. So I had a brilliant time up at Santa Pod. I mentioned that I did Brands Hatch on the Gixxer. I also did earlier on in the year, I posted a video of my Triumph up at Brands Hatch. So yeah, there's a couple of track day videos there. I had hoped that the year was going to be a bit more normal and I'd be able to get further afield, especially now I've got the van. Oh yeah, I've got a van. And do some track days in different parts of the country. But that wasn't to be this year. Next year I hope to get up to Cadwell maybe. That's the whole point of the Gixxer though, is so that I can do track days on that and not be worried about my V7 falling to pieces or having a tantrum. Yeah, I've abused that motorcycle quite enough, I think. So it's time to give it a little bit of a chill out and let it sit in the living room for a bit. It's not retiring, just chilling. Yeah, so did Brands Hatch. We also went to Brands Hatch for the BSB, did a bit of camping up there, met up with some friends, had a brilliant time. Andy and some other people met up there, and I also did the hospitality thing. I got myself the expensive seats, and I have to say, if I was going again by myself, or if I had people that were coming with me that were prepared to pump up for the tickets, I'd say I'd do that every single time, because it's so nice to be able to see the track and stuff like that, and when the rain comes in, which it inevitably does, you're sheltered and you've got someone bringing you drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, I very much enjoyed the posh seats up at Brands Hatch for that. It was great. Yeah, definitely recommend that. I can't get to Brands Hatch this coming year, I don't think. The dates don't align with when I can get leave and stuff like that. So I might get to another round of the BSB. I don't know which one, but I'll try and get to another round of the BSB if I can, because I do like it. I do enjoy that racing. It's fun, and I love the atmosphere of it all. So yeah, that's Brands Hatch. What else have we done? NEC, recently got back from the NEC. Normally it's in November, but this year it was December because of COVID and stuff like that. That was one of my last videos, so do check that out if you haven't already. It's got my favourite bits of it. I didn't record a vlog while I was up there, but I did make a mental note of my thoughts, and that's what brought the Bar Bike Banter video number 1 that is at the start of this playlist of videos once I've put the playlist together. So yes, that was what we've been up to. Santapod was brilliant, probably my favourite event of the whole year was Santapod, I think. What else we done? Yeah, we went up to the ABR as well, which I mentioned. That was brilliant. Mr. Fish was up there, and Hold Your Fire, and Cool Lord Soth, or aka Big Pezza, Phil 480. Yeah, there was a good crowd of people up there, which was great to see them get drunk and generally have fun poking motorcycles. I mainly just had a hangover. Other people poke motorcycles while I just enjoyed the drinking. What else should we do? Okie dokie, so yeah, lots of stuff actually. Some of the people I've met over the last year who have YouTube channels, I've met subscribers as well, but some of the channels I've met up with over the year, obviously Big Pezza, he lives just down the road from me, so he's a usual suspect on my videos. Mr. Fish, who's also now living just down the road from me, it's been awesome to get out on the bikes with him so much, and long may that continue. I'm sure during 2022 we'll have plenty of opportunities to get on the bikes. Phil 480 as well, now he's bought Cool Lord Soth. I keep saying Cool Lord Soth, that's his blooming Twitter thing or something or other. But Big Pezza sold his CRF 250 to Phil 480, so we've got lots of green lane action coming up at some point over the next few weeks, a month hopefully. Looking forward to that, as well as some travelling. We've already got something booked in for April next year. So the three of us, possibly Mr. Fish as well, and maybe some others if we can persuade them, we're all going out on a motor camping trip down to Salisbury again, which should be great. And I'll not be taking my skinny bike this time, not be taking my dirty bike, I will be on an adventure bike. So yeah, that should be good. Hopefully I won't fall off. But yes, we also met up with Curious Goose and Somerset Biker down at the Wild Southwest Rally, which was hosted by Macca Jericho. All awesome people. Mac is a great guy. He's just moving up to Derby, or he's moved up to Derby again, so he's not going to be down the southwest as much, but I believe he's still going to be carrying on running the Wild Southwest Rally, or promoting the Wild Southwest Rally. So I'll be going next year. I'm not sure who is as well. I think Somerset Biker is, but I'm not sure out of the usual crowd if anyone else is going. We'll have to see, but it's a good gig, and it's nice to have bands and music and alcohol and tents and stuff like that. So if no one else is going with me, it doesn't matter, I'll just get drunk and I'll latch on to someone down there. But it should be good, but that's later on next year. But yeah, met up with a new biker, I believe possibly this year. I might have been tail end of last year. He's a really good guy. He's he's another motor vlogger. He commutes into London quite a lot, rides around the horrific London streets on his motorcycle, as well as goes off on various different rides and stuff. And yeah, he sort of introduced me, possibly indirectly without realising it, to another a motorcycle tour company who's doing some tours around the UK and stuff. So it'd be interesting to see how they do. Now, they're only just starting, so I'm not going to try and promote them until they've got something to promote. But there's possibilities of a hookup with them too, so that could be good. I'm just waiting to see whether they can sort the logistics of that or not. But yeah, that should be good as well. Mentioned Macca Jericho, also Redford Baron. We went out green laning with the usual crowd. He's from a bit further up the country, and he come down on his DRZ 400, I think it is, that he's got. So it's cracking to meet up with him and get dirty out on the lanes down in Hampshire and what have you. Yeah, there's been a lot going on this year. So what else have I not covered here on my list of things to cover? Yeah, covered Hampshire lanes, Surrey lanes, Stonehenge, Salisbury Plains. Yeah, got loads more of that stuff coming up soon. Yeah, I've met up with a few subscribers. I can't remember all your names, I'm afraid, especially as you have real names and also your YouTube names, and I get confused. But the last one I met up with was Zigzag Biker, I believe. He's an Instagrammer, and I met up with him at Rikers just by pure chance. And it's always nice to meet up with subscribers and people I follow on Instagram and what have you, to know there's a real person behind the camera. See, I'm a real boy. Gosh, such an idiot. But anyway, how's the channel doing? The channel's been doing great, even though it's actually on a little downward turn at the moment. I think the downward turn is partly due to all the COVID stuff, where I've just found it difficult to maintain the content that I used to. I used to put 2 videos up a week, and it's just been one a week, and not even that in the later months. Last month I think I only put 2 videos up, whereas in the past 2 videos a week you get lots of content from me, and I'd get a good bit of growth on my channel. This year it's slowed down, but it's all growth. I've had over 600 subscribers this year, which is incredible, I think. I mean, I'm surprised I get 10. But yeah, so that's nice. I put up 50 videos, like I say, so a bit down on normal. And what have I had? 200,000 views, or just shy of 200,000 views this year, which is kind of an insane amount of numbers, that is. And we are just over 900,000 views on the lifetime of the channel, so in the 5 years I've been making videos. So by Christmas next year, I'm pretty sure with those stats we'll be well over 1 million views, and that is just insane. Yeah, I can't kind of fathom that. I know there's big channels out there that get that on their first video within the first 10 minutes of uploading, but for me, 1 million views, that's just insane. Yeah, it's been a good year. It's not been the best year, but it's been a good year. And it's been awesome having you all with me. So yeah, long may it continue. So if you have stuck around to the end of this, let's have a little look in this book, shall we? I know a lot of you wanted to have a little look, so let's just find you a good little image of things you should not masturbate to. There we go, here's a good one. Kids, don't masturbate to that picture of a dog having a poo in a field. Those that asked about this book on my last video, I'm pretty sure you're expecting it to be a slightly different book than it is, but it really is things not to masturbate to. There is nothing sexual in it whatsoever, unless you count that as sexual, eh? Yeah. Weirdness. I've got some awesome friends that give me awesome stuff. Well, that's just about it. It is Christmas. It's Christmas Day, or it is at the time of this video going live. So, happy Christmas. And cheers. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, which I doubt you will be for this video, because who watches videos on Christmas Day from channels that they don't support about things that they don't care about? So if you are new to the channel, whatever it is that we are, do click the subscribe button, and if you're a regular viewer, please do give it a little thumbs up, a little bit of show of support, happy Christmas thumbs up and all that sort of stuff. And if you hate me and you think Santa's a git and all that sort of stuff, you can give it a little thumbs down. I don't mind at all, I really don't. It's all just rubbish really, all this social media stuff, it means nothing. But yeah, subscribe. Anyhow, yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a little thumbs down. Whatever you do, please do drop in a comment. Let me know what you're up to for Christmas. Let me know what your plans are for the new year, and if you've got any new bikes planned or anything like that, all the exciting stuff, let me know, because I'd love to hear it. I really do. It's awesome interacting with you all throughout the year with your comments and stuff. But do check out my social medias as well if you haven't already. I've got Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I'm pretty active on Facebook and Twitter, and I do try and be active on Instagram, but I forget to take pictures a lot of the time. But yeah, there'll be links to them down below, so do give them a little follow, whatever it is you call it these days, what you kids do. And yeah, right, happy Christmas, take care, ride safe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that bud rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bud rubber side down.